Good afternoon, everyone. Andy Shelton here with Scene Pro. It's been about 10 days or so since I've put up a video showing the capabilities of the Scene Pro system, and I thought I'd take a few minutes to show how you could do a line of sight assessment in a cross path incursion scenario with Scene Pro using the video syncing capabilities as well as the geolocated data. So, real quick here, what I've got set up: vehicle is traveling down the main road here. This is my vehicle. I've got a GoPro video simply fastened to the windshield. No, I don't have it fastened to my head, so I'm getting driver's line of sight point of view, but there's only a few inches difference in what we've got. On this side, I have my wife's vehicle. The GoPro camera is actually attached to the exterior of her vehicle, attached to the passenger window. Here again, we didn't do an exact line of sight measurement, but it is fastened to the exterior of the window right at her eyeball level. We were communicating back and forth. You'll probably hear some crosstalk between us in a couple of minutes, but this is just to simulate how you could put this together. So I'm just going to let this play real quick. You're going to see my vehicle come into view here, cross in front of her, and from this view, you'll see a white Ford Edge appear here in the intersection. That is her vehicle. So I'm just going to let this play real quick. Okay. So now I'm going to back up and we're going to go back over that again real fast so you can see what we've done with it. And from right there, you can just barely see the glint of my vehicle over the crest of the hill. As I move forward, step up to where you can see a little bit of movement, and she did shift forward in the intersection a little bit there. You can see my vehicle has just started to come into view. You can now see probably about the belt line of her car in view there. As I step forward a little bit more, the pickup truck is now obscured by a telephone pole. And obviously you can see here's my point of view from the pickup truck. There's the telephone pole in view there. As I move forward a little bit more, I've gotten out behind the telephone pole. At this point, you can see both of the headlights of the pickup truck. You can see the roof line, the sun glinting off the windshield. There is maybe some questionability as far as background contrast as whether or not this would be visible. We'll step forward just a touch. So I'm going to say that this is the first possible point of perception. I know there's some debate in how you would do that. I'm not going to go into all of that. I'm simply discussing how we can use the instrument here. So at this point in time, I have an RTK level GPS coordinate here. You can take this GPS coordinate, you can copy it out, put it directly into your mapping software, and you have the 2 centimeter absolute positioning location of the Scene Pro unit as it relates to my vehicle in the scene at this point in time. Of course, you'd never need to measure the height of it and exact location on the vehicle in order to be able to say where that is. But now we're able to take that, put it directly into our mapping software, and we can show where that vehicle is in the mapping software. Also from here, I can highlight this path. I'm simply going to highlight the path moving up until I know that my Ford is in the intersection. As you can see here, I've crossed the threshold of the intersection. The lane line extension, if you take it out, is going to actually cross through about the center of my truck. So from that absolute position that we had just a moment ago, I now have a distance traveled as measured through the RTK capabilities of the Scene Pro unit of 239.88 feet. Up here, it's going to show the difference in lat long 1 to lat long 2. It does not carry in the display here. It does not carry that full distance out. So now you can see that we can show a distance traveled. We can show what each of the two drivers could have possibly seen absent the movement of the vehicle stepping into the roadway. That's an example of what we can do with the Scene Pro technology. Some idea of what you can do with video syncing capabilities, mapping capabilities of the Scene Pro system. And the fact that if you'll notice, I had cameras mounted to 2 separate vehicles, and I'm only using a single Scene Pro device in order to do this. So give me a call with any questions, post the questions on LinkedIn or Facebook, and I will respond to you. Thank you for your time this afternoon, and have a good day.